I'm your kitchen dietitian, and today I'd like to talk about vegetable protein. I'm not a vegetarian, but I try to eat vegetarian meals more often because they're higher in fiber, lower in fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol, and they're a great source of protein. I'll be cooking a recipe from The Joy of Cooking. I'll be making curried chickpeas and vegetables. Chickpeas are a great substitute for meat. I often include them in soups and salads, and they make a great hot meal, like we're doing today. 3/4 cups of chickpeas, cooked chickpeas, will provide 9 grams of protein. If you have that with rice, that'll bring it closer to 12 or 15 grams of protein. There are a few things about proteins that I'd like to talk about. First of all, there are 20 amino acids, which are the building blocks of a complete protein. 9 of those amino acids are essential. You may have heard that animal proteins like chicken, beef, and eggs are complete sources of protein, and they are, but that vegetable sources of protein aren't as complete. That is true, but if you match a vegetable source of protein with a whole grain or cereal, you will get the complete spectrum of amino acids that you need. For example, beans, lentils, chickpeas, and other legumes are missing 2 amino acids called lysine and tryptophan. But if you match that with a grain, like rice, whole wheat, or corn, you'll be getting those missing amino acids. That's why we don't think of a whole grain as a source of protein, because it doesn't have the majority of the amino acids, but they do have some. Unfortunately, they are the amino acids that the legumes are missing. We see this matching of grain and cereal with vegetable protein in many different cultures. In Mexico, they have rice and beans. In India, they have a type of flatbread, roti, naan, or chapati, made with whole wheat flour, and they match that with lentils, having that with dal or a type of curry. The first step is adding a 1/4 cup of oil and 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds on a low temperature until the seeds just start to sizzle. While my oil and seeds are heating, I'm going to chop up 1 tablespoon of garlic and 1 tablespoon of ginger. You can grate your ginger or chop it. My cumin seeds aren't yet sizzling, so I'm going to chop up my green beans, yams, and cauliflower. The recipe calls for 1 cup of green beans, but because I love my greens, I'm adding closer to 2 cups. For my yams, I'm keeping the skin because it adds an extra texture to my dish that I like, and it has extra fiber. The way I like to cut my cauliflower is cutting a circle around the base. The leaves just break off. I've chopped up all my veggies, so come on into my kitchen and see how it comes together. My cumin seeds are now sizzling, so I'm going to add my chopped ginger and garlic. Next, add 2 teaspoons of curry powder and cook that for another minute. Canned chickpeas are easy because they're ready to use, but there is extra salt, so make sure you rinse them really well with cold water to get rid of some of that salt. Dry chickpeas are less expensive and have a little extra flavor. Not to mention, there's no extra salt. All you need to do is soak them overnight in about 3 or 4 times the amount of water. The chickpeas will swell to about 2 to 2.5 times its original size. It's been about a minute with the curry powder, so I'm going to add my chickpeas and all my veggies. To top this off, add 1 cup of vegetable or chicken stock. Now cook this over medium heat just until the vegetables are tender. This recipe is almost complete. All we need to do is mix in to 1 cup of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of flour. Mixing this in will create a nice sauce for our curried chickpea and vegetable dish. A yogurt sauce like this is much lower in saturated fat than a coconut sauce would be, and yogurt adds its own unique flavor. My curried chickpea and vegetable dish is ready. So I'm going to serve that on a half a cup to a cup of cooked brown rice. The recipe will make 4 good-sized helpings, and I'm going to garnish this with a few chopped peanuts and some cilantro leaves. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next time for another episode of your Kitchen Dietitian, making nutritious and delicious meals every day. Now I'm going to eat.